How's it going, everyone? So today I've got my dynamic custom tactics. What I mean by dynamic custom tactics is the tactics I switch to in-game. So say I go one goal down, I'll switch to these custom tactics. If I go a goal up, I'll do this to my custom tactics. You know, if I need to see out a lead or go for it at the end of the game, that'll be what I do and what I switch to even. So yeah, let's get into it. So first off, I usually start in this formation just to not only see how my opponent's playing, but also because it's the formation I feel I play the best in. It's the 5-3-2. I've got a separate video on my channel with regards to the 5-3-2, and this custom tactic is involved in that video. So make sure you check it out. I'll go more in depth over there on this custom tactic itself. But we play balanced 5-5. I don't really like to play about with too much on defense when I want to, when it's a pretty generic one, especially like I said, to start a game. So I keep it on 5-5. The depth is 5 because I don't want it too low that I'm defending in my 18-yard box, but I don't want it too high that I'm getting caught out with through balls, especially in them wing areas with the wing backs pushing on. I don't want my defence dropping too deep, but again, I have the quick wide centre backs to also cover them wide, the wide channels when the wing backs get up the pitch. So that's something I'd recommend you doing as well if you're using a 5-3-2. Now I go balanced 5-5. Again, pretty generic. Like I said, I cover it all pretty much in my 5-3-2 video. But if I want to see out a game, again, I have a tactic on there on how to see out the game, but I'll quickly go over it now. What I do is I put my depth on 4 and I lower my width to 3. Now this just condenses the team down and makes it so there's a lot less gaps, and also through balls less lightly. And then I put on long ball and I put the players in the box down to 1. And that's just because I want to launch the ball up the pitch to one of my strikers and try and run in behind. Now when it comes to custom tactics or instructions even, both wide centre backs obviously stay back while attacking. The wing backs I keep on balanced attack, so I want them getting up the pitch and supporting the attack. And I put an overlap just so they keep wide. But if you're noticing they're drifting inside and you need to quickly switch the ball and you're getting pressed, put on hug sideline on the D-pad in the game and it will work a lot better. You'll be able to, you'll notice how much wider your fullbacks stay and you can easily get up the pitch. Now the central centre mid, you want to stay back cover centre. Now he's just going to be like the anchor in the team. He's going to be the one who you try and win the ball back in the middle of the park and then distribute the ball off to your more attacking players. So stay back cover centre is perfect for that. He'll sometimes push up the pitch but not too much. It really depends on your players' work rates. Now, right centre mid, like I said, I balance attack, pretty much default everything. I put both my wide centre mids on default cover wing, mainly because they'll support in the middle when needed, but also they'll support the wing backs that way, so it kind of works pretty well. And obviously Mbappe I put on get forward because I want him to be involved in every single attack. My two strikers I put on stay forward. And my left striker, my more attack one, I put stay forward. My right striker, I say come back. Now this is just so he can pick up the ball in a slightly deeper area and then distribute it into my striker or my left mid who's running in behind. Now if I want to see out a game, what I'll do is I'll put both my strikers on come back on defense. I'll put Mbappe back on balanced attack, and I'll put pretty much anyone in a wide area on conservative interceptions. That would be my right centre mid, my left centre mid, my left centre back, my right centre back, and my two wing backs. It makes them not go for as many interceptions and maybe not get caught out of position as much. And like I said, if you're getting pressed, put hug sideline on. But then we go to 2, which I switch to either if I'm not feeling the 5-3-2 and I need to get my opponent's face a little bit more, or if I'm bored, or if I go a goal down. So the first one we start with is the one with a bit of width. In terms of you're still having you're not going to be as caught out on a counter attack with this formation compared to the 4-3-1-2, and I'll show you one in a sec. Now we put press after possession lots on 7 depth, 5 width. Now like I said, I don't really like to play about with width too much unless it's to see out a lead. 7 depth, again you want a high line of engagement. You may get caught out through balls a little bit more, so maybe have quicker centre backs, especially as you're not going to have your wide centre backs in this formation compared to the 5-3-2. But you will have your wing backs, your fullbacks even, so it kind of balances itself out. But then again, offensive styles, 5 width, 6 depth. Now again, 6-5. It really depends where you want players attacking. I just know I want a CR7 attacking the front post a bit more, and same with my other striker Mbappe in this formation. Now, a lot of people would probably have Mbappe on the wing and Neymar up top. The reason why I don't is I like to have sort of one tall, one small sort of winger. You know, one powerful, one more skillful, and, you know, better dribbling. So that's why I put Neymar on the wing, and it works very well. Again, I think that's all preference though. But when it comes to the instructions, put your 2 fullbacks on, stay back while attacking. Overlap I just have so if they get up the pitch, they at least stay wide and will go round the winger. My right centre mid, I put stay back on and cover centre. Now he's just going to be the one who sits back and distributes the ball to the more offensive players. I always prefer to have my right centre back on that, or my right centre mid on that, because I tend to attack more down my left hand side. Which why I have my left centre mid on just balance attack but cover centre. I don't want him drifting wide to cover areas. I want him to stay central with my other centre mid. Balance attack means he will join the attack. And then I have my left mid and right mid on come back on defense, get into the box. It'll help you a lot defensively. This it just means you're a bit deeper, but you will struggle a bit more on the counter attacks. But that's why I like to have Mbappe up top, because he has a bit more pace for the counters compared to Neymar. And also for the right mid, same thing. And now my 2 strikers, I have stay forward, stay central. I don't really want them drifting off to the wings. I want my wingers to operate in that area. And stay forward, I don't want them dropping back to help me out in defence. Now, when it comes to my other set, I prefer this one compared to the 4-4-2 a bit more. But like I said, I need that 4-4-2 just in case I need a bit more width. The reason I like this one is because I have attacking fullbacks. So the width is, again, 5. We put the depth on 7, sometimes up it to 8, depending on preference. Again, press after possession loss. This is far better than press on heavy touch this year, in my opinion. I like to try and win the ball back high up, so this works very well. Balance now, I lower the width to 2. The reason I do this is because I have my wing backs getting up the pitch, so I want anyone who's central to stay in the middle of the pitch. Sometimes you will see your wide centre mids maybe drifting out and supporting on the wing, but I want it nice and condensed so then wing backs or the full backs even have areas to attack and lots of space. I put players in the box on 6. Again, I just want my 2 strikers and Cam pretty much attacking that box. Corners 3-3. This is how I set up now. I have obviously 2 pretty quick and offensive fullbacks. Vieira just, you know, being the anchor again. Bruno to sort of drift up the pitch and support. Rashford getting forward. Neymar, Cam obviously very good. That's probably his best position. And then Mbappe, Ronaldo up top. Now the wing backs again, I keep on balance attack, overlap. Now, like I said, I want them getting up and supporting the attack. So this is just perfect for this formation. So I have the low width and they exploit them wide areas very nicely. The CDM, I put on balance attack, cover centre. He doesn't push up too much, but the reason I put balance attack on is because I'm trying to win the ball back high up anyway. So if he's further up the pitch and someone with the tackling capabilities and interceptions that Vieira has, the higher up he is, if my opponent wants to break out, he's going to struggle because Vieira's AI can just intercept, as Liverpool have just scored in my game in the 48th minute. I put Rashford though, the right centre mid, on get forward, cover wing. Same reasons I said before about the cover wing, but I want him getting forward and supporting the attack. Again, but then my left centre mid, I'll keep on balance attack, cover centre. Again, I want him to support the attack, and he will a lot more because he's got a lot more space on that left hand side. But cover centre, just so when I'm defending, Vieira has some support. The Cam, I put on stay forward. Now this is because otherwise, if you put on balanced or come back, your Cam will always drift. Or I found anyway, your Cam will always drift to the left hand side. So it's almost like a 4-4-2 at that point, and it's pointless. I want my Cam to be up there so I can counter attack quick. I can get that ball into Neymar, and then I can send Ronaldo and Mbappe on them runs in behind, and it works very well. And then I put my 2 strikers just on stay central. I don't want them drifting off to the wings. That's where the fullbacks and my wide centre mids are going to be going. So I want them nice and central. I want them in their positions to get goals for me. And when it comes to my, YOLO formation, basically, I just need to go for it and go for a win. I go to the 3-4-1-2. Now, I was using the 3-5-2 before, but I often found it'd mess up the positions, and my CDMs would end up being like my wingers at times to count on the counter attacks. It's really weird. The 3-4-1-2, and also the centre mids now have a high line of engagement, so it really puts pressure on my opponent to make a decision and try and get out. I put constant press again. I just want to go for it at this point, so I put 10 depth on, just everyone up the pitch, fast build up, so players stay up there. for the counter attacks, but also people just make runs into them spaces. And it's just, like I said, it's just a YOLO formation. You got to go for it. Players in the box nice and high. Width, again, I really keep the same. I don't want to play about with that too much because I have wingers now. Corners, again, you can put 5-5, 4-4. I just don't want to get caught out on the counter and concede even more, so I just put on 4-4. What's that small midget going to do going into the box? Who's a back covering anyway? But yeah, no, when I obviously have my all my centre backs even on stay back. I put my right mid and left mid on comeback, get into the box. I still want them to support the centre backs because at this point the centre backs are going to be really tired probably if you switch this formation. So they need the legs. I often sub on Alphonso Davies, Zaha and Cancelo. Any of them can play them wide areas, so they work very well for me. Like I said, you just need pace at this point. I put my central centre mid on stay back half centre now. He'll still get up the pitch because you're playing fast build up, but not as far as your left centre mid, who you just keep on balance to cover centre. The cover centre really means nothing at this point though, because they're just going to go for it anyway. They're just going to try and bomb up the pitch. And I put my cam on stay forward. Again, you don't want them coming back. And then my two strikers on stay central, getting behind, stay forward. Now I want them to make them runs in behind so I can maybe get a quick through ball off and catch my opponent off guard. And stay central, I don't want them drifting into them wing areas. And obviously I don't want them coming back and supporting on defence. Now, hopefully these tactics have helped you. They work very well for me. I haven't really changed them too much over the last month or so. So I've tried them and they work well. Yeah, hopefully they help you. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like. Comment any formations you want me to review or any tutorials. Like I said, I'm going to get more tutorials out and gameplay post-patch next week. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you boys hopefully tomorrow for another video.